Hi, I'm Megan, and welcome, well, not welcome back to whatever this is. As you probably read in the title, I'm going to try and design or doodle or draw my art persona or persona or whatever you want to call it. I already started doodling out some ideas in my sketchbook, like all across the board, just a lot of different random stuff. But in the end, I came to the conclusion that I do want a relatively simple design. I just want him to kind of represent me and my interests, which duh, that's most of the time that's what a persona is. Uh, so I kind of decided, I'm just gonna use pictures of me as a reference because I feel like that kind of first of all makes it easier for me, and second of all kind of helps with him just having my vibe as who I am, I guess. Uh, yeah, in case you're wondering why do you need that kind of persona if you already have a PNG tuber, well, uh, I plan on making little like shorts and TikToks or whatnot with uh said persona, and the scenarios that I want to draw, I can't really do that with this little goofy little maggot. That it would be funny, but I don't think that's gonna end up well. um yeah, the main focus when it comes to the design is that he's going to be simple and, you know, easy and fast to draw. I think that's the most important for, a persona like this because if I'm going to draw him a lot, I don't want to. I mean, I also don't want to get bored of drawing him, but I also don't want to have a mental breakdown every time I do draw him. Uh, like I said earlier, I used a reference picture of me to draw him. So the pose is referenced from, well, me. uh, it was kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. This pose, especially the hands later, I'm gonna suffer a lot because the hands are actually not referenced whatsoever because I didn't have the hands the way I drew them in the picture. I had them behind my back and I drew them, well, visible and out in the open because I hate myself apparently. Uh, I kind of since I have this little larvae maggot thing. It's not really a maggot. It's a beetle larvae actually. I thought why not keep the insect bug aspect, uh, you know, and just give him little antennas on his head because why not? I like insects. I like beetles. I like maggots. I like flies. I like spiders as well. They're not insects, but whatever. I like a lot of creatures on this planet. So, you know, I don't. I just added some antennas and was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? I also like the little dot, the round dot things that beetle larvae tend to have. So you will see later on in the video that I'll add some dots, especially like in his face, on his nose. They kind of look a little bit like piercings. They're not really, but I guess if you interpret them that way, that's fine. That's cool. Um, Damn, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if you can hear that because I'm not used to recording like this, but whatever. Um, I am right now. I haven't decided on a color palette, color scheme yet either. So I'm probably for the future video when I actually render and color this, I'm probably gonna like check out Palette List. It's like a website with a lot of color palettes that you can, you know, use as reference. Sometimes you are even allowed to just use the palette itself. I don't like to really do that. I like to like download multiple palettes and then just choose a few colors of the different palettes and put them together and, change the hue and the tone and blah 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 and check out what it kind of looks like. Um, I'm really bad at like making color palettes because I'm very indecisive, and every time I make color palette, I'm like, no, but I really like green, so green has to be in there. And then my brain's like, but no, the green looks weird with this, and I have to change. Like then I have to decide what to change. Do I change the green that I want to be in there because I like green, or do I change the other things that are there because they make sense to be there as colors? It's it's always a struggle. I'm really I have to practice rendering and coloring specifically because I feel like my colors oftentimes just look kind of boring and flat. I don't know, it just kind of is. But yeah, um, back to the design itself. I just drew him wearing an outfit that I actually wear, like a, or rather, I actually wore to a concert I went to with a friend with too. Oh my God, English. Jeez. Um, I really like those fancy. What are they called? Those pants with like the wide bottom legs. Like on top it's relatively tight, and in the bottom they just flare out. Flare pants? No, are they called that? I don't know. Uh, and they're my favorite pants, and they have these cool like metal ringlets at the bottom with a little bit of fluff, and I like them. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna draw him wearing my favorite part, like parts of my wardrobe, I guess. So yeah. Also, at first, I originally planned on giving him straight hair. I have really curly hair, and I wanted to give him straight hair because I thought to myself, like, damn, I'm gonna hate myself every time I have to draw this fucking hair. So, well, I said, fuck it, I just gave him my hair, kind of, in a way. Uh, I just made it look poofy because my hair is really poofy and really, I have those weird I like to call them hot dog curls because it looks kind of like I'm wearing some kind of hot dogs hanging down my head. I like my hair. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like to draw it. um, so yeah. Also, I kind of thought in the beginning that his face looked a little bit kind of well bland almost because there's not a lot going on. He has no eyebrows. He has the dots on his nose, yeah, and he has the rather dark eye bags and kind of slightly downturned eyes because, well, like I said, I referenced a picture of myself. Um, and because I like it looked bland to me, I decided to just slap on some kind of lipstick, not real lipstick, but like kind of like some, I don't know, some cool looking fancy stuff to his lips in a weird shape. I can just, hopefully, if I remember, I can just, you know, put in a picture of the doodle in my sketchbook where I you know, kind of signed him for the first time. I just took a picture of myself, drew the picture, and then changed up a little bit. Changed up some fucking thingies in the face, and yeah. I hope this PNG thing is okay. I hope I put it in the right corner. I know it like hides the layers and stuff when I actually look at the layers, but I didn't know where else to put it, and I thought this corner most of the time looks empty, so I just put it down there. Yeah. Um, oh, and regarding the color palette and shading and stuff, if you have any ideas, any recommendations, please let me know. Because first of all, I just think it's really interesting to hear what people, imagine him to kind of look like with, like, what colors, maybe what hair color does he have, what eye color does he have, probably green. I'm gonna probably give him, like, green eye color. I think that's pretty set because I like green. And basically every persona I've ever had always had green eyes because I have green eyes. And yeah, it's kind of boring, but I just like them. I also gave him kind of like this kind of like swirl eye thing. Anyway, uh, what else is there to say? I don't know. I struggled a little with the antennas. They were really annoying because I I wanted the antenna themselves to usually be straight and like kind of use them to express his emotions a little bit because he doesn't have eyebrows, right? So all there is to express the emotions is the mouth and the eyes itself. And I kind of wanted to use the antenna as a substitute for the lack of eyebrows. you know, or rather the substitute-free eyebrows, and just, make them kind of n- like in a normal state, in a normal relaxed state, kind of like straight or whatever. But I thought it looked kind of weird. I don't know why, so I made them uh whatever you want to call it, the kind of like not raggedy, what is it called? Like zigzags, I guess. I guess you can call it that. Uh, yeah. Oh, and I forgot. I also kind of want to make little sprites or stills or whatever of him in like a more edgy kind of art style. I don't know, not edgy. I don't know what would you call it? Like Y2K kind of art style, emo art style. Not emo. I don't. I don't know what it's called. Just the a friend of mine is really good at drawing that, so maybe I'm gonna ask him if he wants to make some for me. For if only if he wants, I'm gonna ask him. Um, because I don't. I struggle a lot with simplifying things. I've always have struggled with that. So, yeah, I always thought like if it's simple, it looks wrong in my brain. I don't know when that's not really true because I see a lot of simple art all the time and it looks so cool because it's so simple and I always wonder like how do these people do that? How do they achieve this kind of uh busy yet simple look like without it just looking boring? I guess it's, because your brain kind of fills in the blanks or whatever, but yeah. Uh what else? What else is there to talk about? Uh, uh, I don't know. I gave him the shark teeth, with the spiky little shark teeth, because I think it fits my personality a little. Because I don't know, I feel like characters with shark teeth look kind of cheeky, kind of silly, kind of goofy, and I think that fits me well because I like to do dumb, stupid shit sometimes. Um, yeah. I don't want to know how many times I say yeah in this video. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to doing voiceovers, but you know, uh, oh, I said it again. Anyway, I also gave him an apple because I don't know. It's not apple isn't even my favorite like fruit or whatever, but I think it's fine. I gave him an apple because I wanted him to have something in his hand to hold because I feel like God, I should really use references for the hands. I'm gonna fix them up. Not in this video anymore, but I hope next time when I film the second part of this video, when I color and render this, hopefully I'm gonna have fixed the hands. Anyway, I think I'm getting closer to the end of the video actually. Um, I don't know what else is there to say. Well, I just I don't know. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Uh, yeah. This is hard. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Uh, damn. How do these people who do voiceovers all the time, how do they do this? I have so much respect because this is actually harder than it looks. You might think you just have to yap a little bit or whatever, but it actually is kind of hard to do. Uh, yeah. I was. Oh, yeah. I gave him a key necklace. You will see later. Uh, that actually has a meaning. I got that from how do I say it? A past fellow patient in in some kind of specific hospital, you know. And I for a while after that, for years after that, I kept wearing it. I don't wear it anymore. It's hanging up uh somewhere next to my desk. I don't know. uh I don't I don't particularly know why I don't really wear it anymore. I mean, on one side I know why, because I can't wear any jewelry at work, first of all, and second of all, like I don't know. I mean, sometimes I guess I still wear it in my free time sometimes when I go out somewhere just as an accessory, but I used to wear it every day basically because it had a meaning for me. But I guess I don't know, that meaning kind of lost its meaning after a few years, 5 years to be exact. But yeah, I thought I should edit because, like, in the end of the day, it kind of had a meaning. I mean, I guess it kind of does still have a meaning. Yeah, I, yeah, I don't know. um, what else? What else can I talk about? This is hard. This is actually hard. I hope you can't hear the noise in the background. My neighbor's loud ass fucking phone is ringing every goddamn day, at least once. I hear their phone doing this funny little diddly-ding, 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 diddly-ding every day. It's so loud. Why is it that loud that I can hear it? Why? It shouldn't be that loud. We don't have paper thin walls. We have literal cement beton walls or whatever you want to call them. I don't. eh, And yes, the Wi-Fi sucks because of that sometimes, but it is what it is. I'd rather live in a stable house than, you know, the entire house block flying away due to a wind or something. Nah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Um, anyway, if you have any, like, suggestions, recommendations on maybe, what I could add to the design, what I could change, uh, maybe a color palette, already said that though. Or if there are any questions you have for me, you can ask that as well. I can answer some of them, maybe not all. I don't know. It depends on what question you're gonna ask, but I'm probably gonna answer them. And yeah, I'm not good at talking for a long time because it actually hurts my voice. I have kind of a fucked up voice. Yeah, as you may be able to tell, I probably sound like a chain smoker or something. I, yeah, whatever. Uh, what else? What else? What else? What else can I talk about? Help me, help me. I don't know. I could talk about myself a little bit, I guess. What are my interests? Well, as you may be able to tell, I like insects. I like biology. I like psychology, and I just basically I like everything that has to do with science in general. The only thing I struggle with is maths, which is as because I want to be good at maths. I'm not. I hope that changes in the future because I'm actually gonna quit my job to get a higher education soon, in January. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous, a little scared because you never know how life is gonna be. I'm gonna be really, really busy, and it's probably gonna be really hard for me to make videos, to draw, or anything because I'm gonna be working in a half-time job and then in the evening go to a gymnasium is what it's called in Germany. Yeah, I live in Germany. I'm German. Lamau. Fun fact. If you aren't able to tell, because I don't know how strong my accent is. So yeah, I am currently working, or rather, I'm currently uh in training for well to become a housekeeper, I guess you could say. But it's never really been my dream job. I mean, I guess it's not most people's dream job. It's a very specific job to uh, dream of. I mean, it's a job that a lot of people do because it is a needed job. It's an important job, but to dream to become it is relatively specific. I feel like I don't know many people whose dream job this would be because you, as a housekeeper, oftentimes you are being treated like shit depending on where you work. Uh, I worked in uh senior residences for a while, and yeah, well, there are people who will treat you like shit just because you are cleaning personnel or whatever, or because you are the person, in service. It's a hard job mentally and physically. It's really exhausting, which is a part of why I'm quitting it. Uh, Originally, I wanted to, you know, uh, I guess become a housekeeper because it's like a 3 year long training. For me, 4 years because I did it half time for health reasons. I wanted to, you know, do that and then do half time, uh, cleaning work, housekeeping, whatever, and the other time, half what the fuck, the other half of my time, I would have started tattooing because I have a certificate. I am allowed to do that. I mean, technically everyone's allowed to do that. I don't know if you really want to though, because you have to be careful. You can really ruin someone's life if you fuck it up. Just saying. It'll stay on their bodies forever, and you could potentially give them blood poisoning if you fuck up. Or sepsis. That's yummy. Anyway, different topic. Like, uh, I have a lot of, I had a lot of plans, and uh, those plans have changed a lot since because I am mentally way more stable now. I feel much better. I'm healthier. So I've been thinking about what I want and what I want my future to be like. So yeah, I'm kind of changing my path of education. I don't know if this matters to anyone. I don't know why I'm yapping on about my life right now. uh, I hope this isn't weird or annoying, but I don't know what else to say about the persona. To be honest, it's kind of dumb that I'm yapping on about something completely different. Um, yeah. In this moment, I was really struggling with this one hand. Like I said, I did not use a reference, which is or was really dumb of me. I'm glad I kind of barely was able to draw the other hand because most of it is hidden behind the apple that I yum yummed. But this hand gave me a rough time. Uh, instead of using I could have genuinely should have just looked up a reference, but I didn't want to. I was too lazy. I was just too stubborn, you know. um, yeah. I feel like everyone kind of knows the pain of drawing hands. Even if you like drawing hands, sometimes you draw a hand and you're just like, nah, this is not working out for me. It's genuinely I like drawing hands sometimes when it goes smoothly, but in this case, I also was kind of a little nervous, not gonna lie, because I knew I was recording this entire thing, so I was a little bit like, uh, uh, they're gonna see me struggle. Oh no, whatever. Now I'm starting to be a little bit more comfortable now. Like I don't care anymore, but as much right now in this recording. The beginning, I started recording this like 5 to 10 times because I was so nervous I could barely speak in the beginning and it was awkward and too loud and whatever. Yeah, I'm just I was giving up. I really was. Don't worry, it'll be fixed up till I start the other video. I don't know if I should have added this little uh net shirt, I guess. What do you call it? A fishnet shirt? Is that what you call it? I don't know. Uh I'm really excited and interested in seeing what you guys think about him. So, or about this video in general. Just let me know, what should I change? Is there anything I should, you know, make sure to include next time or talk about next time? What is stuff that you want to know about me or about the drawing process maybe or whatever, because, you know, yeah, usually I could talk about the drawing process a little bit now, I guess. Usually I tend to uh just draw out block out the silhouette with just an entire color, I guess, without, like, in this I did it a little differently than I usually do, but that's because I had a reference. But if I draw without reference, I usually just block in shapes with like an entire blocked out color and then draw my sketch over the blocked out color over the silhouette that I drew, and then from there I'm trying to like uh, I'm gonna try to erase parts of the blocked out shape to create something that looks human. If I want to draw a human, of course, and kind of like, you know, sculpt out something, I guess. In this case, when I use a reference, however, I I just, you know, I start at the head, just drawing a square usually. Figure out the head's position, add lines, and nah, I don't know. I don't actually, now that I talk about it, I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing. Which, I mean, yeah, that basically that just describes everything, I guess. Um, yeah, that's basically it, I would say. Uh, yeah. I hope this wasn't too annoying to listen to me yap about shit that doesn't even matter. I hope this was so fun, even if I didn't finish the drawing necessarily, because I, me and color, I like colors, but we're not friends. So I'm gonna do that next time when I have more time and when I know a little bit uh more about what color palette I'm gonna, you know, use, draw, whatever. Uh, yeah. Let me know what I should talk about next time, because there wasn't a lot to talk about when it comes to his design, I guess. It was just, you know, add some antennas, add some dots, because I like the dots that larvae have, and make him look like me, and put him in my favorite outfit. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically who or what he is. Um, the VTuber design I'm gonna have in the future is gonna be a whole different story, because it's a VTuber model. I'm gonna rig it. I'm gonna design everything. It's gonna be a very long process, but you know that's a thing for the future, because right now I have to earn some money in order to buy a PC that's actually capable of rigging without crashing all the time. Because I'm doing all this stuff on my laptop, which is totally fine. It's working good. I love this thing. It's working. It's just not working for uh, the process of making VTuber models. Yeah, I plan on designing this in a video as well, and using this on Twitch and whatever. Whenever, I don't know. Can't say a time now, but in the future, sometime, somewhere, eventually, hopefully, there will be uh, a VTuber model, a usable, yeah, whatever. I'm yapping too much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a good day, and I hope I wasn't rambling too much nonsense in this for your liking. Uh, yeah, I hope I'll be seeing you, hearing you. You'll be hearing me, I guess, next time. Ciao, bye.